Good evening, everyone. MATTROISE here, and tonight we are live for Dark Side of the Ring. Live. Hope you guys are ready. Brian Pillman. We're going to see exactly what happened with Brian Pillman live here. How's everybody doing tonight? Good evening, everybody. Good evening. What's going on, everybody? We are live. Michael Maroney, Elvis Costanza, Rory 2, Robot Crusher. What's going on, everybody? What's up, Kenny? Season premiere. Here we go. Really, Elvis? It's possible. It is possible. But they're going to screw him all, they're going to screw anybody. And how he could make that play for his own advantage in an industry that depends on the illusion of reality. No one did more to blur the lines than Brian Pillman, who shattered wrestling's sport. He was going against the script. This has never been done before. And Brian Pillman, he shocked the world. Even me being a kid, I was really I didn't know what Brian Pillman was doing. You remember Brian Pillman, Lady Elaine? Yeah. Sharon Doge, what's going on? Carlito, the Bacon King. What's up, Austin Benninger? He's supposed to be crazy at work, and in between, he's probably really going crazy. On track. What's going on, everybody? His rise to the top was tragically cut short. I'm watching the pre-show. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, attractive views. When he was young, I got what's his name? Brian Pillman. Poppy, what's going on? Cheers, everybody. Careful with a wire there, Bobby. Wire? Here, Bobby, come over here. Say hello. Come here, Bobby. Say hello over here. You're set to be a special guest here. You're supposed to say hello on the stream. You're supposed to say hello on the stream. You're supposed to say hello on the stream. No, you have to get on the stream and say hello. Hostage, Elvis? No, I'm fine. Hollywood Blondes. Strong enough to do anything. People are everybody away. Just too fast and his will to win. High flyer, do everything. Really seemed like no demands. To try anything, and you could tell that he really wanted to be a pro wrestling star. I'm Jim Ross. When I was at WCW in the mid-80s, Brian was got we had very high hopes for and really wanted to sign. You guys weren't done. And they get that. Brian, from the time he first got the ring, hopefully we get some answers tonight. See what happens.
Are they going to tell you how he died?
No, they will. They'll tell us.
I'm Jim Cornette. I've been involved in professional wrestling for over 40 years as a manager, promoter, announcer, matchmaker, and I was good friends in the 80s and 90s with Brian Pillman. He wasn't trying to just be the move guy. He wasn't just trying to be the guy with the nice mullet. Yeah, he was trying to hit.
That's his son, Brian Pillman.
Yeah. He's trying to be the biggest star that's been set up. My name is Brian Pillman Jr.
I am the only son of the late great Brian Pillman, otherwise known as the Loose King. Brian was an ex-promo, but they started fighting in front of him. He would just go off in that brash voice. You're not running this interview. I am. What bad Brian did.
Brian Pillman.
Growing up, Brian had multiple polyps on his vocal cords, and it was closing up his air passage.
Oh my
They'd
God.
scrape them off, and then after so long, they'd grow right back again. And that's why his voice was so raspy, because his vocal cords had been scraped so many times. I'm Linda, Brian's older sister. You know, he did over 40 surgeries. I don't know the exact number.
It's a lot of surgeries.
When my mother came in from work one day, she could hear breathing as soon as she came in the house, and it was closing up his air passage. And she called the doctor. She had to hold the receiver up so he could hear him breathing, and that's when he decided he needed emergency tracheotomy.
Wow.
He told my mother to have the ambulance bring them to his house, because his house was closer than the hospital. And he put a tracheotomy in Brian on his dining room table in the middle of the night.
Wow.
But it never stopped him from doing anything. He was always outside playing and running. He wasn't allowed to talk for like 2 or 3 weeks after those surgeries, and he didn't.
Heart disease, right,
As a
Rory?
result of that, I think he overcompensated later on by wanting to always talk, wanting to be an entertainer. It formed him.
No trivia tonight.
Was going to overcome, overachieve, knock down the
But
obstacles.
we'll do wrestling trivia tomorrow.
The song bitch was famous. I mean, he was
SmackDown.
No,
Hey, CBB TV, Andrew,
I was the
Kenny.
all-round strength coach in Cincinnati.
how's everybody doing?
And Pillman didn't get a chance to try out.
Cheers, everybody. We're having a great
My
time here.
instruction was to kill him. And not literally kill him, damn close, but he tried. As you know, you said something about the size of the dog and the fight.
What's up, Cullo?
He had a reputation in Cincinnati in the street fights.
I heard that he was at some bar that had a upper floor, like a balcony or whatever you call it. And he was up there, and some girl threw a drink in his face. And her boyfriend came after Brian.
Oh wow.
Before it was over, the guy was hanging. Brian had him hanging by his ankle with the railing over the first floor. And Brian was banned from that bar.
After a brief stint in the NFL, Brian heads to Calgary to play in the Canadian Football League.
What's up, Chris?
Soon after, Brian suffers
Yeah,
an
Pillman
ankle
was
injury,
awesome.
cutting his career short, which leaves him searching for what to do next. One thing I knew about Brian was that he wasn't going to be a high school teacher. He wasn't going to sell insurance. And there was a lot of things he wasn't going to do. But he could use his toughness and his physicality to make money.
He can talk to me about getting into professional wrestling.
Special guest. You're going to see him in just a minute.
And I said, hey, while you're up there, go check out this heart punch. The heart of the first family of Canadian wrestlers.
Third time is a charm.
In addition to his children that would go on to be wrestling icons, the family also discovered and trained several.
Okay,
other
Roy.
future
Thank you, Roy.
superstars.
Dark Angel, what's going on?
And then teach him how to wrestle. One of the most prestigious ways to break into the business that there is.
How would you sort of describe what the dungeon is? Someone who doesn't know it.
Well, from what I hear, you can't hear screaming coming out of it. Something's not going right.
Stu, the old man, would put people in submission holes and then not let them out of the thing for 3 or 4 hours. If you can survive that, you can survive almost anything.
So you get that great foundation all around the bat. It was an easy bridge to cross.
Yeah.
For football, the rest.
I did Dark Angel. Looks
Brian
good.
gets his start in Stampede
Looks
Wrestling,
good.
and although it's a small territory in Western Canada, its influence on the industry is felt around wrestling.
In the 80s, there were millions of wrestling fans, but there was a small subset called smart fans that knew the inside inner workings of wrestling.
The insiders all knew Dave Bryan Pillman pretty quick. I'm Dave Meltzer, editor of the Wrestling Observer newsletter. It's an insider publication that's covered pro wrestling since 1982. For a long time, it was really the only, what I would call true source of pro wrestling information that was out there. The sheets were kind of a thing back in the day. You didn't really want to talk with them.
4 for 4.
Secret
It's a good deal.
And then it kind of got out there. All the boys were with Bryan. He had started wrestling when he called me the first time. And he wanted to send me tapes and wanted me to send tapes and trade tapes. As far as student the game, I mean, top.
Getting your ball? I didn't see that.
Anyone that I ever talked with. Meltzer was a good gauge for talent. So that tipped me off that Meltzer kept writing good things about Bryan. Bryan wound up at WCW by making Pillman. WCW. Top star matchmaker Ric Flair sees something in Bryan and looks to feature him on television in a main event spot.
And we put that match together, and it was one of the highest
Nick Patrick, he did look young.
programs on TBS at that point in the previous several years. And the crowd popped for it. Ric Flair was the kind of guy that wanted to go in the ring with somebody like Bryan and go 30 or 45 minutes and tear the house down. And then he wanted to go to the bar with Bryan or somebody like Bryan for 5 or 6 hours to tear the house down there.
That's the way he lived. He lived a cartoon life, a fantasy life. Limos, long black socks, alligator shoes, fades. I think Bryan liked aspects of the lifestyle a lot. He wanted to be like Ric Flair.
Bryan Pillman was a ladies' man. I mean, he's a gorgeous guy. He's on television. He's a professional athlete. So, yeah, a lot of the women were attracted to Bryan.
Rochelle was a woman.
I know, Carlito.
I met at a club downtown Cincinnati. They were happy, and we all loved her. She went and lived with him in Calgary for a while, where he got the contract down in Atlanta. And that's when Brittany was born in Atlanta.
My name is Brittany Pillman. I'm the daughter of Bryan Pillman. I was a daddy's girl. Everyone sees him as this wrestler.
Okay, Dark Angel.
On the road and
come back anytime.
Was his life, but outside of wrestling, his children were his life. My dad thought I was his firstborn child. When I was a year old, he found out that he had another daughter out there that was 2 years old. I'm Danielle Pillman. I go by Danny, and Bryan Pillman is my father, and I am the oldest of his kids. My dad met my mom at the waterfront in Cincinnati, like some bar, and I mean it was like a very
Andrew
love affair. But she did end up becoming pregnant. That my dad had Rochelle as his girlfriend at the time. So yeah, that's kind of
Jeffrey
why
Weir.
she didn't want to disclose that to my father immediately. But at a certain point, she felt like, I needed my dad. And the second that I came into the picture, he was there for me 100% and wanted me to be in every part of his life. And I think that's something to be said about him, is that he really did care about his kids. My dad living that lifestyle and all these different women, and, he had obviously cheated on my mom many times. I'm sure that was hard on her, but she stayed with them, She had a lot of issues.
Shelly damn
She
Bob.
suffered with major
What's going on, man?
depression. There was a time my mom and dad were living in Atlanta, and my dad was at a show.
The groundskeeper broke into the place and attacked her with an ice pick.
And she was stabbed several times.
What was he trying to rob?
Robert, whatever, I don't know. Stabbed her in the face. Stabbed her in the cheek. So that'll mess you up.
Bryan Pillman's good looks and athletic ability allow him a spot on the card as a generic hero. But he's not content to stay in one place for long, nor do what he's told. He was reasonably successful. But, he wanted to be a main eventer. He wasn't a big fan. He was a good mid-level guy. Bryan's first couple years in WCW were tough. I'm Eric Bischoff, former president of WCW, and once upon a time, Bryan Pillman's boss. Bryan was relatively new. on the scene his first couple years. So we had to earn his respect.
Like Martians? Danny? Sounds like Martians?
Was the amount of management transition that took place. Constant changeover in management led to stop and start pushes and runs. As soon as he started to gain ground and earn respect, new matchmakers would arrive, pushing Brian back down to the bottom.
But finally, they put Brian together with Steve Austin.
That's in the
He's
back.
ready to back you up 100%.
Perfume.
All right, so Steve Austin.
And I was
Perfume.
When people hear the name Steve Austin, they think he was always the biggest star in wrestling. At the time in 1993, he was still fighting his way and hadn't got a main event spot yet.
And this is about how they should start getting a run as United States champion. So I was really looking forward to that. I walk in the building, here's Brian, we were hanging out, because hey kids, we come up and finish. And I said, what the hell are you talking about? He goes, we're tag team now. And I was really not happy. I had nothing against Brian, but it's like I was a singles wrestler. I enjoyed working with those guys.
Hollywood Blondes.
Perfume.
Austin does look ripped, actually. Yeah.
They're going to throw us together. Interim tag team. Basically, get other people over because they didn't have fans
Austin,
around.
Austin, he's on a cyclical ketogenic diet.
We were trying to make
Cyclical.
the most of the situation. Anytime that you start working together and trying to support, you become close. And normally I did run, we ride shotgun,
Keno.
dictionary.
Keto. Carlito.
Increases vocabulary.
Show's dead. I didn't get kicked out. Thank you, Michael.
Trucks, everything was Brian's idea. And we were two cocky, brash, arrogant guys that we started rolling the camera footage and stuff like that. You know, Brian did that shitty grin or that laugh, you know, when you get the heat on the baby face. And Brian and I developed this bond and this chemistry. I love tag team wrestling once I figured it out. I hate to say it this way because it sounds corny, but they were made for each other because they complemented each other so well. They worked hard to make each other good.
The Hollywood Blondes also gave Brian a chance to open up as a heel, as a bad guy.
People nowadays, like, I love the Hollywood Blondes. But if you go back then, they were getting booed out the building. You loved it.
I think it was more natural for Brian to be a heel because, you know, he wasn't a guy that wanted to shake hands and kiss babies and smile. He wanted to be a smart ass. He wanted to be obnoxious. He wanted to show like,
Get better what he does, get global exposure, party, have fun. Brian's fast and loose lifestyle doesn't mix well with this turbulent situation at home, and he pursues yet another woman who enters his already complicated life.
I think Melanie was working in Atlanta. She was a showgirl.
He saw her picture in a penthouse or something and says, I'm going to marry that girl. And somewhere along the line, he met her.
My dad was sleeping with Melanie behind my mother's back because he was always in Atlanta.
Melanie would call the house, and that's basically, I think, how Rochelle found out about it. You know, she was
Yeah, definitely, Roy.
because you know they had a nice home, the family was happy, but then he had this other life in Atlanta, and then Melanie became pregnant, and that's how he had Brian Jr.
After another unexpected pregnancy outside of their relationship, Brian and Rochelle split up. Shortly after, Brian proposes to his new girlfriend, Melanie.
We went to Vegas and he put on like a freaking St. Patrick's Day.
I see you, Sheriff.
With a big old
Yeah.
green bow tie.
Yeah, yeah. Getting fit.
Super in a white dress. Yeah. And I had a big old green corsage. And I loved it every second of it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. My name is Melanie Pillman. I'm the widow of Brian Pillman. And private, like he's just more laid back, sensible acting. but he's one of the most intelligent men I've ever met in my life. Like, so well read, and he just excelled at so many things. He was my soulmate. I mean, I couldn't have picked a better guy to love. Love than him.
His first years with her, I thought he was very happy. Be a big thing with his Christmas card, because it'd be him and the wife and all these little kids.
Because I had my 2 kids, you know.
He would show up with like 3 or 4 little kids. They all had different mothers. He'd be climbing on it. He'd be carrying a couple, and one had his legs around his neck and one's on his shoulder. And he loved those kids.
He was counted on, he was depended on to provide. That responsibility is what pushes you to keep going. You have to provide for your kids.
And finally, they made the decision to give the Hollywood Blondes a big main event match. It was going to be on a Clash of Champions, and Ric Flair was returning. He was going to be involved. And the rating came in, and it wasn't very good. And they couldn't blame Flair because he was a big star, so they put the heat on Brian Pillman and Steve Austin. Well, the Hollywood Blondes didn't draw great. And that kind of doomed them there as being featured in a more prominent capacity going forward.
Felt like betrayal. I wish someone would finally tell me why the company decided to break us up, because we started getting over as a viable tag team that could hold, world championship belts. We did. We make chicken shit into chicken salad, and now you want to split us up with no real clear direction for either one of us. So breaking us up broke my heart.
I don't know of any other talents that have been buried because they drew a bad rating. At the time, TBS was drawing a lot of bad ratings. But I think there was probably somebody
No
that just
commercial
thought,
yet.
I don't want to use these guys, and they used that as an excuse.
How that was handled, I look back on it today and still shake my head that we could have done better.
I would say the period from 1990 to 1993 is very frustrating for Brian. Also, there was some knowledge early on that his home life was not as happy as
I felt like my dad allowed Melanie to run the show. Melanie treated my mom very poorly. I feel like she was very jealous of my mother.
Melanie didn't like him talking to her. She didn't like me and my mother talking to her. She made it hard to like her because she just caused trouble. And then Rochelle took off and didn't tell anybody where she was.
Rochelle is scheduled to see Brittany for a visit, but she never shows. No one is able to get a hold of her, resulting in a missing persons report. Several days later, when Rochelle finally surfaces, Brian and Melanie take decisive action.
And Brian said, and I agreed with him, and I shouldn't, we should file for custody. And that changed everything.
The custody battle started because Melanie didn't want Rochelle around. Basically, Brian had more money and could keep the attorneys paid because the attorneys only work when you pay them. And Rochelle just didn't have any more money.
I was, delivering stuff to the lawyer. I was bombarding her with these stupid things about returning past child support that she blew and slow. Just little minutia that was making me feel like a better person, but really in reality, I wasn't a better person. Nobody should try to take kids away from mother. I should have never done that. In a million years, I would never do it again.
It just devastated Rochelle.
Maybe, Rory, it's possible. It is
I
possible.
was outside riding my bicycle one day. This was at a time when she wasn't allowed to see me. And she came pulling up, and I just went running to her, and I was so happy to see her.
Rochelle was hugging her. And they thought she was taking her.
Here comes my dad, and it was just like this huge argument, him pulling her away from me.
Melanie filed kidnapping charges against Rochelle.
And so my dad had got full custody of me, and in my mom's mind, she was just like, I'm going to lose my daughter, and I'm never going to see her again. And so my mom called my dad's house, and she wanted to talk to my dad, but he was out of town. Melanie had answered, and Melanie told her, she said, even your own mother thinks I would be a better mother for your daughter than you'll ever be. And my mom called my grandma.
She called her mother and told her mother what she was going to do. And then she shot herself. So I got the call to go to the hospital because she was being airlifted, and I was the closest, and I was the one at the hospital that they told, and then I had to tell her that she was gone. She died on the helicopter. So I had to call her mother
Ibrahim,
and tell her mother.
Sheriff
So it was
Doge.
very hard to tell somebody, to tell somebody's mother that your child was dead.
It's horrible.
It just destroyed Brian because he felt so responsible. I mean, he just was so upset. He cried. He said he think it was all that pressure we put on. I think it was, Bill. I'd be like, yeah, it probably was. So Brian, he wanted to pay for a whole funeral and everything.
And at the funeral, he held it together until they closed the casket. And he lost it. He was hugging me and sobbing. And in fact, at one point, I kind of looked at him because I thought he was going to pass out. He was devastated. He was devastated.
I felt so guilty for that for years. And I think I drove her, well, maybe not just me, but I think incidents drove her to shoot herself. Rethinking it, I wouldn't have done it the same way. Nobody had it wasn't like she was abusing them, so I didn't really know what my problem was back then. It was just devastating. And I know it was for Brittany.
I have a lot of anger built up towards my dad in a sense because I do wish that he would have, allowed my mom to at least see me because maybe she would still be here today. I don't know. She had a lot of issues, but Melanie was the overall cause. She's an evil person, and she's always been that way. Melanie should never said those words to my mom. She's literally the devil, and they say, you reap what you sow. And now she's living a life that she should have already been dead years ago because of all the drugs that she's done. But I feel like she's going to live to be 100 years old and absolutely miserable for all the pain and suffering that she has caused me and my brother and, my Aunt Linda.
And Brittany's the one that, I don't know how to make it up to her. There's nothing I don't really know how to make it up to her. I wish I could.
The guilt of Rochelle's death weighs heavily on Brian, and he dives even deeper into his career. With his contract renewal with the WCW looming, Brian is determined to renegotiate for even more money.
When we talk business, it's like I have 5 kids. I don't know how many more years I can do this because my body's falling apart. I have to make big money now.
That's you. I mean,
because I've got 5 kids.
Bischoff was being cheap.
Was his shot. He talks to Bischoff that was evident doing the contracts there. And Bischoff says to him, expect about what you're getting now.
He was pretty happy that I got him back to 225, but I think he wanted 4 is the number that he was really wanting. I couldn't get it. I couldn't justify it. I love it.
He came to me and he says, what do I do? And what I told him was this. It's a question of value. I mean, everybody's using everybody else. What can you do that other people can't? What can you do that gains notoriety? This thing runs on attention. It runs a very superficial.
Good evening, Miss Erica. How you doing?
We got to create attention. How can we do that in the position area?
That's right, Daily Damn Blog. It's a possibility.
Up the ante in order to shock even the most hardcore fans.
If he could make people legitimately believe that he was a loose cannon, that he was nuts, he was off his rock, he was capable of doing anything or saying anything at any time, then he could be one of the hottest guys in the wrestling industry.
It was a pure money deal. What we really want, Bischoff to offer you a hell of a lot more money. And we want Vince McMahon to see that you are of value and offer you more. And then you flip a coin.
If he could play one side against the other in the middle of the burgeoning wrestling war, then he would come out much better, 6 figures per year better. And that's what he set out to do.
Right, dark side of the ring, everybody. Wow. All right, we're on commercial break. Let's see if we have our first guest here. Sheriff Doge, what's going on? We are live.
Oh, you expect me to say something?
What a show. What a show,
like
huh?
20 goddamn minutes. Now you expect me to say something on your time? No, here's what we're going to do right now. You looking? Are you looking? Are you looking?
Yeah, I'm seeing. Sheriff Doge.
See the mute button's on? You see that? Look, see, there it is again.
That's understandable. Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect the commercial to be a half hour.
Yeah.
I see you flexing over there. You getting your weights in. You getting your sets in. That's good.
That's right. Flexing on all these fools. Should have been at the other show doing a little Fortnite, I believe it was. That's right. Sitting there flexing, uncoiling the 27-inch pythons. That's right. 3 inches bigger than Hulk Hogan's at his prime.
Hey,
Michael,
Matt.
what's going on, Michael?
What's up?
How you feeling?
I'm good. You?
I'm good. I'm good. You watching the show?
No.
No, you're not watching Dark Side of the Ring? It's pretty good.
No, I'm just relaxing. What,
That's good.
So,
That's good.
who do you think might return a Backlash?
Backlash?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, you never know who's going to show up at Backlash. You never know.
Yeah, but Sheriff Doge, it's like Mania. You never know who's going to return a Mania.
That's true.
But
true.
damn. I mean, what do I tell you? Anyway, I think they should bring, oh, that's what I wanted to ask you. Do you think D. Bryan lost and he's going to AEW?
Daniel Bryan, nah, he's going to go over to Raw. He's not going to AEW. They wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, but I feel like he got fired. I don't know.
They wouldn't let him go. I doubt it.
Yeah. I thought they were good. I don't know. But damn,
Oh, shit, I thought I was muted. I'm over here laughing. God damn.
Oh, crap. You watch this? Rush Hour.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Man loves Jackie Chan, though. You know, he likes all those Chinese actors.
Yeah, but I'm more like Chris Tucker because he's the funniest out of them.
Like Chris Tucker, that's good.
Funny.
Yeah, because he said to the guy, what's the guy's? He's like, what's the guy's name in the show? In Rush Hour 3?
Big
Jackie Chan?
Yeah, but because Chris Tucker like to this guy, I'm gonna slice it up like a giant California roll. I don't know. Yeah, if you my phone. If you go on YouTube and search Rush Hour 3 best scene, you'll see that.
Okay, all right, I'll check it out. Royal Rumble, okay.
2020, when Edge made his shocking return.
2020, that's incredible, man. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Rumble in the Bronx, that's a good movie too, Elvis. Yeah. Rumble
What the? What the hell? So what's going on for Dark Side of the Ring right now?
They're talking about Brian Pillman. Yeah, Brian Pillman. All right, we're back.
All right.
I'll see you guys next commercial break.
Are engaged in ratings. Brian exploits wrestling's advantage by playing them off each other while driving it to some value.
Brian came up with the loose cannon.
Amazing to have our guests here.
Slowly integrating it
ATF Media.
Appearances. Bobby Heenan was a color commentator. Bobby had a broken neck and he had surgery and he was very protective of his neck. And Brian goes around behind Bobby and starts grabbing him by the shoulders. And
I think so, ATF Media. Of Dolores.
Brian knew he got it. He got gold out, right? Because now everybody can be talking about the F-bomb that got dropped on Turner's broadcast. Bobby thought Brian was nuts. I think
It seemed real to the point where people were confused whether it was real or not.
One of the guys he was involved with was Kevin Sullivan, who was the booker, the matchmaker. Oh my goodness, what's going on here? They just
beat the hell out of each other. And when Brian Pillman was ready to quit, it was time for him to leave. It was like, look at me. I respect you, Booker, man. The mere fact that he was acknowledging on national television that Kevin Sullivan was a head writer of a wrestling show was something that had never been done before.
Those that knew, and those that didn't know.
Broke kayfabe there.
But a Booker man then.
It was a big thing because those guys are sensitive about exposing the business. When you're acting out a storyline that's considered work, and one of the boys backstage weren't really sure if this was real or if this was work. The wrestling locker rooms had never been invaded that way before.
Because he knew if the other wrestlers believed it was real, then they would tell the newsletter editors, wow, that guy's really nuts, and the word would travel.
I thought, this is going down bad. Brian's getting fired, and I'm out of contact with him anyway. So I think he's completely lost his mind. You know, he's not even talking to me anymore.
The smart fans were starting to figure out that wrestling is manipulated, it's choreographed, it's predetermined. That guy's nuts, and he's real. He won't do what they tell him. And that sells tickets because you had no idea what or whether it was supposed to happen or not. He was convincing people that he was insane.
Not only were the fans ready to be fooled, but all the wrestlers were.
No, Daniel.
People were. There was a whole bunch of people that you could play like violin.
Ryan, I'd like to know.
I don't think anybody for sure at any given moment knew if or not they were really being worked by Brian.
But then he ended up working Bischoff.
I said, get him to give you some kind of release from his contract, from your contract.
Brian says to Eric Bischoff, if you fire me and then I bust out on TV the week afterwards, and people will know that this has just gone out of control.
The people in the office, the
Co-host.
whatever, if they see that I'm still in contract,
All right.
tell Dave, everyone's going to know that it's all a work. So you have to really fire me.
If you give me this legitimate termination letter, then I can show it to everybody. I said, look what the guy did. Can you believe this? Can you believe he fired me?
He did. Give him a release.
So he was then free to negotiate with Vince McMahon and the WWF against Eric Bischoff and WCW so he could get a better deal. All because Bischoff thought that he was working with Brian to create this illusion, and Brian was actually working Bischoff to create his own illusion.
You know, I mean, how do you do that?
Unanimous decision. What's going on?
It was a legitimate termination, but it was a legitimate termination.
Chris Tombstone of the year. Oh yeah.
Brian Coach, WWF.
This is the worst episode of this show yet.
There, so that when you come back,
You got another hour and 20 minutes.
Are you serious?
You've raised your own value. In his world, it's his stuff.
It's 40 minutes in, and we're just now getting into a WCW offer.
A great stuff.
Yeah, it's 2 hours too. 2 hour show.
For
Some RJ.
Just that the loose cannon character was designed to manipulate me into giving Brian Pillman more money. When in fact, Brian Pillman and I
Nice game of Fortnite.
learned to work even better so that at some point I could give him the money. Kind of flies in the face of the rumors and the innuendo. Well, man, that's the greatest thing you can do. If you can put somebody over and have them think that it's a great idea, that's,
There we go. Now we got some action.
working out with a woman. You know, make her think that it's her idea.
As a free agent, Brian takes charge of his own appearances and publicity.
Anyone tired of hearing Chris Jericho's voice narrating this garbage?
And
Yeah. Narrated by Jericho.
Takes twice as long. The other guy that actually can read reads the lines first, and then fucking Jericho parrots them back.
If you are really working for one promotion, you can't appear for any of the others.
ATF Media autographed tennis racket from Jim Cornette. That's awesome. That's
We're gonna
funny.
meet Jimmy Connors.
Renegade promotion ECW was gaining traction, pushing the boundaries of.
I'm good, RJ. How you doing, man?
Perfect stage for the loose cannon's unpredictable antics.
He could curse, he could say off-color things.
Eric Bischoff is 8.
Lee Travalo's putting challenge. We're gonna play that instead of Fortnite.
Yeah.
I thought
So drinking that really good beer I see. Foster's, huh?
I got a Stella. And I got a Foster's.
Gary would be proud. Gary would be proud.
Oh yeah. It's Australian for beer.
That's right.
This thing was working on both levels. The fans who work inside, they just thought that he
Now they're in ECW.
he was doing wild
Fortnite. Tune Meowsles.
didn't know the inside terminology or were with secrets.
Oh, it's okay, RJ.
They can't be allowed him to do that. When he would have a television appearance, it would be arranged so that it didn't look like he was supposed to be there, or he was doing something he wasn't supposed to be doing. One time, even to protest the matches that he'd been given, he wrestled a giant pencil.
That was yeah, media. Ramble, Worry too. You guys will find out.
It's next week's episode.
Yeah.
Surprise guest. There's no surprise guest. The surprise guest was Poppy, but he didn't want to see you nerds. He's not coming on here for fucking 15 weeks.
Yeah.
There's a clause in his contract. He has to have so many people. So much of the capacity has to be filled. If not, he doesn't show up. Like, I'm not sure to prefer 15 people. Wasting my talents on those bums.
Yeah, not crazy.
I'm gonna trim my toenails instead. These bums can go home. Fuck.
To that, like they couldn't.
Yeah, he said that 20 people minimum.
Call your friends, call your mom, dad, auntie, uncle. Go ahead and get him in here. 20 people. Then Poppy makes his appearance.
It was just like this blur between like what is.
No prizes yet, Dolores. No, but we should be getting some in next week.
There was a lot of Andy Kaufman and Brian. The loose cannon became Brian. That was who he was.
Brian was a renegade. Brian was a little bit of an out. Again, remember, when you're not the biggest dog
It's
in the
illegal everywhere. I agree.
you got that 30 points. You got 30 plus throat operations.
That's where Matt's gonna be sleeping tonight. You guys see that cabinet back there?
The greatest
Matt's gonna crawl on top like a cat and sleep there for the night.
You gotta fix it there, Lady Elaine. Yeah, you gotta fix that.
Go west.
The wire.
I think the message that Brian was showing up at ECW.
You gotta put it over there on top of that.
That he was a gunslinger. And he goes
Yeah, put it on top of that. Like that. Yeah, that's good. I see that RVD. Yeah, he wants to legalize pot for wrestlers.
Sorry, legal here in Washington. Our state sucks. I want to move to like the southeast, but there's no states down there that have it legal. The closest legal place to Florida is Virginia. You have to go all the way to Virginia. It's like 600 miles, no, 6 hours, like 400 miles away or something.
You can have to say it.
Wow.
Because that's just
You gotta go through 4 fucking states to get there.
So literally, like, you can talk
Oh,
to
jeez.
And then you need yourself a Virginia card, and that's just not going to happen. Oh, I'd make the drive. I'd make it.
who the ultimate Mark Bischoff, and then we got this.
Vince McMahon was then, as he is now, the undisputed leader, ruler, manipulator, organizer, and owner of World Wrestling Entertainment.
I saw similarities in Brian Pillman's glasses with Shawn Michaels. I wonder if Shawn Michaels just stole his gimmick.
That's what I thought. As Brian becomes the talk of the wrestling world, it's time for the final step of this master plan.
Sheesh.
Of wrestling's biggest power.
Are you going to be good, Michael? Are you going to be like me and not talk the whole time and be goofy? Huh? Are you going to do that?
What we got here? Who's our next? They're doing Dark Side of Football. That's going to be another show.
Dark Side of Football.
Yeah, they're going to do Dark Side of Football. Jacob would love that show.
Yeah, Jacob is easily amused. You're right.
Yeah. Welcome
Hey,
back,
Matt.
Michael.
Thanks.
What's up?
Not much. I mean, Why do you think they had Bryan lose to Roman if his contract expired?
Well, so his contract's up.
I mean, that's what wrestling news is saying. Wrestling YouTubers are saying. There's like, he might be going to AEW. I don't know.
That's why. Oh, because I just thought he was just going to Raw.
Yeah, I know. I mean, he's done from SmackDown, so he could go to like NXT, for all we know.
NXT. I don't know about NXT, but
well, because
I mean,
but their views have been lackluster lately. So I mean, we can have Finn Balor versus D. Bryan.
Okay, yeah, that would be interesting.
Or hell, we could have him face the NXT champ, Karrion Kross.
Oh, I gotta get me a bottle of that on pre-order. Then that sounds good.
What?
It's called reading the chat. Think I'm talking to you? Or
me?
Stuff over here.
Cologne, huh? Wow. Okay.
Get me 2 bottles.
You got you.
You know who they need to bring back? Like Mania Backlash.
What do you got to bring back?
They gotta bring back Dwayne Johnson.
The Rock.
Yeah. Him or Stone Cold.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Because remember WrestleMania 32? They had him.
That was like a stolen election. I like that. I like that tagline. That's a nice tagline.
Beat Roman in a 6-second match.
Yeah. Yeah, I can. That would
Can't
be
believe you're letting
awesome.
people on here without seeing their faces. What kind of goofball are you, Matt?
Who we have here? Is that Kenny?
You're very brave.
It's Chris Tombstone.
Chris Tombstone.
Oh, it's Chris Tombstone, everybody.
On YouTube. In hopes of maybe possibly needing friends because at this time and
oh shit, Matt, that's what I want to show you. Ow. Mother of crap. What do you think?
Are you interrupting Chris talking right now?
It's because at this time and throughout most of my life.
WrestleMania 28.
Let Chris talk. Goddamn, shut up.
That's why this is the. It's because at this time and throughout most of my life, I've had no friends. I am very lonely, and thus that's why.
WrestleMania 28. Tina, Rock, once in a lifetime.
Well, it happened twice.
I know, but this back then it was once in a lifetime.
I know back then, yeah.
Yeah. But
you got Chris pouring his heart and soul out right there, and you got this little goofball showing the DVD cover. I mean, come on, one of those conversations was much more important. Maybe Chris was lowering his rates from $50 down to 40. We'll never know that. All right.
Oh my!
We're not going to know that. Thanks a lot, Michael. Thank you very much.
Oh, you're welcome. Sure thing.
My name is Chris, and you are now in.
Oh, Matt.
So I was supposed to do a follow-up on the tragic death of China.
I was reading the comments earlier, like before I came on the StreamYard, and said,
that's me on there. They're using my
Moxley said I'm somehow, I don't know if this is true or not, but I'm a Hall of Famer. I don't know what that means. I don't know.
Don't worry about it. Moxley just trying to joke around with you. Don't worry, Michael.
Yeah, because I'm like, huh. I'm a Hall of Famer. Yeah, next year I am.
God, look at all these people in the chat. I'm with them. Woo! Good ideas in the chat, everybody. Read those last few comments, please. Why don't you read them out loud, Matt? Interact with your audience. Read some of these comments.
What do we got? A new comment? What's it?
Oh, we got a lot of new comments. I'll read them.
McMahon at an insider.
I'll see you guys. We're back to the host, co-host, Sheriff.
Oh, I wanted to read all the comments. It's very rude. They took the time out to write those comments, and you just ignore them.
And then I said, okay, whatever. I'm leaving. He goes, can I get credential?
Where's Danny at? He should come on here.
And Vince McMahon.
He had an idea.
So we won't interrupt Chris 82.
Over the top here.
Yeah.
That Vince McMahon had ever invented. He's going to try to get Vince McMahon doing his whole ride over there. Hey, Vince, I got to make a picture. Vince McMahon, another nobody. It's the greatest thing in the world. I have a chance to meet you. You get to make some picture. And Vince is like, who is this guy? He made an impression. You didn't know whether he was a homicidal maniac or just a
guy that was having fun. Hey man, we're about to get out of this country. We can't out of this country. He's crazy. So he's crazy like a fox. What do you mean? Well, he told me what he's going to do. He did? Yeah, he's creative. He's bubble. He's going to like you are, Ben. It's going to take a chance. Brian's balls at that point in that day was probably better than a wheelbarrow.
Dude, you weren't Vince McMahon. You know,
Right, Rory. Words of wisdom from my man Rory to go. That's right.
It was his
Right, Rory.
freaking genius. What he built. But he wanted to stay in WCW because WWF didn't offer guaranteed money. And also, Vince was always pushing the bigger guys. So Brian always felt that WCW was his company and the company he invested in anyway. People go like, oh, he did this manipulation of his contract to go to WWF. No, he did the manipulation of his contract to be able to negotiate with WWF to raise money.
Brian's bold plan is a success, as he is in negotiations for major contracts with both WCW and WWF. All he has to do
Brian.
Very well done. Just
Gary Michael Capetta.
Right. Money. And these people are in fantasy land. It is money.
They need to get a real one. They better have a Gilbert story for this season, like a 3-hour-long finale, perhaps.
Say,
Yeah.
man plans, God plans. We're talking, it's always about, I gotta save money, I gotta save money. I say $80,000 home. I couldn't fathom the idea of, I got 5 kids, I've got to make money now, I've got to save money, and then buy them.
Yeah, where's Trey Grimes though? He could be doing some Michael Jackson dancing right now in the background, muted while this goes on. Some entertainment.
He drove down.
Yeah, I haven't seen Trey Grimes in a while.
He didn't.
He got what he
You know.
wanted. He wanted you to see his dance.
Actually, when I
Dance where you met like one of our French girls.
went to the neighbor across the street, I called her.
What's up, cousin Carl?
And she said, Mike, I'm like, I just passed the Humber. And
You should join the stream. Elvis should join the stream.
Brian's close to the hospital.
Melanie called, and she called to tell me that Brian had an accident and it was bad. And he was airlifted.
I agree, Rory. Smart man, Rory. Rory with the wisdom again.
Yeah. It was in the emergency room. So I was the lucky one to go to the hospital. And I thought, Jesus, here we go again.
When I got to the hospital, I walked right by the room. And then Linda's like, that's his room. And I'm like, that's not my husband. She's like, I know, it doesn't look like it, does it?
Because his hair was red with all the blood. And they hit him in a neck brace. I mean, his head was swelled up like a beach ball. And I thought, oh my God.
How'd that happen?
It was really bad.
Yeah.
His eyes were red. Like, I didn't see
He
any color,
crashed.
red, like,
He
blood.
crashed with the Hummer.
He had 6
Oh,
different
that was something cool, like a motorcycle. It's a big ass Humvee, and you still hurt yourself.
lower
Yeah.
mandible, the upper mandible, the nose, the eye sockets. Everything in his face was shattered.
Wow.
They had to put plates in his face, and they peeled his scalp back, made the incision, and peeled his face down, put plates.
Word travels quickly that Brian has been in a terrible car accident, and there's talk of him losing a foot.
His ankle was shattered. In fact, the nurse told me that it was just like hanging off the table. She had to pick it up and put it back on the
He's
table.
never going to be the hopscotch champion of Kenosha, Wisconsin ever again.
That, they would have to just fuse it into a walking position that he wouldn't probably be able to run. Or
Bullet
even
Billy
wrestle
Martin,
again.
ATF? Really?
Talk about bad leg injuries. Remember Chris Weidman's from a couple weeks ago? His shit turned into rubber.
Horrible.
He turned to Dalzum. He started training and shit over there with Diego Sanchez. He was training with Dalzum from Street Fighter. He knows the force field now. He was just getting ready to do some fucking yoga teleporting and fire, but no.
And once he kind of gained consciousness stuff, what was his reaction?
I remember him crying in the hospital, just saying, I really messed up. I really messed up. Because he thought, his career was over.
Kenny.
And I said, just be grateful you were by yourself. There was no kids in the car. It'll be fine. But he was crying, saying I really messed up.
That's right.
Oh, he fell asleep.
Pointed out, no one's watching this show. We had 4 viewers. It's around 7 co-hosts. 15 views. I'm gonna take credit for all of them. Yes, I'm gonna take credit for 13 of them. If I wasn't here, you'd have 2 people watching right now. And Lady Elaine over there on their iPads. That's about it.
Was there also maybe like was there substance abuse issue?
Muscle relaxers. Jeez, you're not supposed to drive with muscle relaxers.
I want to see Moxley versus Maroney in an MMA battle.
It proceeded to come straight down, those first, and luckily for me, I didn't have a
Bucks
seatbelt
no
on.
Mox.
Straight out, and I pierced the convertible top of that vehicle with my head like a bullet. Shot out 50 feet away from the vehicle. It ended up doing 2 end-over-end flips.
Jeez, 50 feet.
He came home from the hospital. I do remember him being in the living room.
Might be an
and
exaggeration.
I wanted to give it to him, and I was just terrified because I'm like, that's not my dad. I don't know who that is. You know, as a child and seeing.
This
my
is the season premiere of this season.
Yeah.
I do have some small memories there.
I can see why. This is terrible.
Yeah, I know it should be.
I'm gonna go over. He hurt his ankle and he hurt his face one time, and he cheated on me with a bunch of bitching, and I was very upset about that. Like, okay,
Yeah.
don't care whoever you people are. Don't care who you are. Who cares? Who gives a shit about Brian Pillman's ex-wife? Who cares?
I really remember
true.
them.
Yeah, I wonder what Dino Bravo's ex-wife is up to right now. Let's see.
I was just too young to really
Bitch works
understand
at Walmart.
what was really going on with him and like how ragged his life had become.
The loose cannon thing had gone so far at this point that a lot of the guys were convinced there was
Yeah,
no
it's terrible.
2 out of 10 were,
and
wow.
trying to figure out what the angle is. How does he expect to get more money out of this, or rotation out of this, or was it really a wreck, or maybe he just ran his car off the road and wrecked it to get publicity. He had created so much.
As one would do. I can't count the number of times I ran my car off the roads to get attention.
Exactly sure. Perhaps he would have done that for attention.
But in Kim, it would not work. And Kim is just like, no, it's real. And I told people it's real. And,
Melanie Pillman is tripping more balls in this interview than Ricky Morton ever has.
He was having plastic surgery to look just like Shawn Michaels, so he could go into the World Wrestling Federation and be the evil Shawn Michaels and fight him for the title. Guys believe that because they thought Brian was
Are they going to talk about when he had that terrible gimmick of being Yellow Dog?
Oh, Yellow Dog.
You don't remember that, do you? He wore like a yellow mask and shit, and his name was Yellow Dog. Yeah.
You serious?
Yeah. A Yellow Dog versus Arachnaman. Yeah, they come with some great names in WCW.
Maintain the plate, bolted to my face to hold everything together. I was like,
Rory remembers Yellow Dog, I bet. Don't you, Rory?
I can look back, and Brian was pretty honest with me most of the time. But the one where I know that he wasn't was right after the accident. Brian said, like, oh, yeah, the doctors told me, it's going to take a while, but I will be 100%. The doctors told me, and I know that the doctors told me the exact opposite.
The wreck happened during the negotiations.
Chevy chases dog and bunny farm. Maybe.
And
Moxley said he's coming on the next break there, and he wants to see Michael Maroney.
he could never again do physically what he had been doing. And he didn't want anybody to know.
Yellow Dog.
He did.
Maybe. I remember watching that movie a few times. where he's fishing in the lake and the fucking snake, he catches a goddamn snake. Yeah.
Vince McMahon offers Bryan a guaranteed 3-year contract. And although Eric Bischoff offers him more money, his deal is subject to be renegotiated every 3 months.
Wow.
Bryan knew at that point, because of the extent of the injury, that if he had an out clause in the contract, that at some point fairly early, it was going to get exercised.
The events that have taken place in my life just in the past 8 weeks have changed the future of my life.
I think Jim Cornette killed Brian Pillman.
Jim Cornette.
We're going to start that conspiracy theory. We're going to start it. It's going to start here tonight. Like, oh, someone get on Wiki and edit it right now.
Our company at that time. Well, he's not going to be able to wrestle.
Breaking news. A new theory emerges that Jim Cornette killed Brian Pillman. The origins of the story are not known.
In rehabilitation for his injuries, he officially joins the WWF in 1996 with the loose cannon persona already in full force.
I remember him in King of the Ring '96.
Remember when he joins Canada? He joins the Heart Foundation.
Here in
Yeah.
WWF.
Dalton was so proud.
Go out there and push the envelope, but how strong is he? Can he do it? And I would have, if I was a federal Brian, like, if he could just get healed up, he's going to go right to the top.
And he unhooked himself.
Reenactments. Yeah, they're pretty good, Rory, actually.
And then come back.
I heard they got Gilbert to play the body double of Brian Pillman. Is that true?
So then
Gilbert. Oh, I don't know.
He had to slim down a little bit, lose a little bit of muscle to match Brian's physique, So I mean, but I think that's Gilbert.
Possible. All right, we're back on a commercial break. See what we have here. What do we have here?
Better see some faces.
CBB TV.
Oh, you fell for it. Yeah, fell for it, Matt.
What else we have here? You guys watching this show? What do you guys think about this show? Poppy likes it.
Really?
Michael Macaroni.
I remember that.
What's up, Michael?
What's
Hey,
up?
my name is Michael Macaroni. I interrupt everyone because I'm Michael Macaroni. Hey, look, do you see my WrestleMania 28 DVD? Hey, you see that 28 DVD, Matt? Matt, what's up, Matt?
I'm liking this new guest. I'm liking him. Hello
Yeah, no
there,
one cares
Michael
what you gotta
Macaroni.
say.
How are you doing tonight?
Huh?
Michael Maroney.
It's YouTube.
Hungry Jack.
What?
Matt,
Look at that profanity kids only on
joking, Emma.
here,
Hey,
understand?
Matt, look, I got DVDs, Matt. Matt, that's one of the DVDs I got. I'm Michael Maroney. I'm a little whiny bitch trying to shut up talking. Hey, Matt. Hey, Matt. I'm never shut up talking. What do you mean I spell caps?
Oh
Michael
my
Macaroni.
god.
I was born
Oh my
in I was
God.
born in hell. I was struck in my head just like Michael Macaroni. I am
I mean, they're making some good
I'm
points here. I mean,
Michael
I'm understanding.
Macaroni. Michael Macaroni. So shut up, Michael Macaroni, you little bum-ass, goofball, mock-ass little whiny little bitch.
Such language, Moxley.
Such profanity. How dare you talk
I
to
thought
me
we were gonna have a
like
debate
that?
about the
Wanna see my
issues, about the
DVD?
episode, if we're liking it or not. You know.
What about
Very-
you guys watching the show? You watch Brian
Matt,
Pillman?
I'm gonna interrupt you
shit.
now, all right? I'm gonna interrupt everyone because I'm Michael Macaroni. You wanna see my WrestleMania DVD? I'm so cool. My
Michael
father is
Macaroni.
none other than Rory to go. He's being mean to me also now. He's grounding me. Somebody save me. Oh, I'm Michael Macaroni.
Forrest
You want some
Gump
macaroni from
Maroney.
me?
Good.
It's how you feel. Oh my God, it's my father, Macaroni.
Oh my God,
Oh my God, it's my father. Oh my God, my father.
I will never shut up talking. Oh my God. Oh my
This is
God.
the
Yeah,
best
I'm
episode
absolutely right.
of whatever the hell this show watch along I've ever seen.
Poppy wants to take you guys off.
Oh my
I
God.
love Michael Macaroni.
Oh my God. I'm Michael
They're doing
Macaroni.
great. They're doing great, Matt. The fans are loving it. The fans are loving it.
I'm out. See you Friday.
Okay, Michael. Okay, Michael.
Good night, Michael.
Oh wait.
They're all in your mind, right?
You think they could have Darby Allin turn on Sting?
Darby Allin. I don't know if he's going to turn on Sting. I don't.
Because like
I don't see that happening.
they're making us. Oh, hold on. Hello, my camera would be nice. I think either Sting will turn on Darby or Darby will turn on Sting and join Team Taz.
I don't see that happening, but you never know.
Or here's an idea: Brian Cage turning on Team Taz, because he did say about a month ago or two, Sting, not only are you the icon, but also no something. What do you say? With or without that bat, you are still the icon, and I have respect for you. Taz, because Taz is like, what are you doing? I'm not kidding.
Here's another idea: kiss a girl someday.
Trust me, I'm just waiting for the right time.
Simple Jack.
This is a shocking
All right, we're back. Thank you,
I
Michael.
need to do something to get some heat. We're Cincinnati and
I make myself laugh sometimes.
They still want to see each other succeed. Steve was still on his way up. So we decided to put them together because we thought that they would enjoy it and at the same time we would enjoy it as well.
Yep, that's the real Nightbot.
kicking the hell out of it. I
The
broke
Nightbot.
pain on his ankle.
Sure, Dolores, time him out. Get rid of him.
Right, that was a stiff beat I gave him because it had to be. My character was a vicious, cold-blooded guy who was ruthless and remorseless. So had I not given him the beating
Ain't gonna hear Stone Cold stock. I want to make some like barbecue for some reason. I don't know why.
I heard that.
He gets around Pillman down and he puts a metal folding chair around the bad ankle and then stomps the feet of the chair. Oh my God, he's re-injured the ankle.
Yes, Matt, how are you watching this show tonight? Let the audience know.
Excuse for Brian to have continued problems with the ankle publicly on television. It became in the industry known as Pillmanizing a body part.
Brian took that ass whooping like a big man. He knew what I had to do. He stole it like $1 million.
In the midst of a TV ratings war with WCW, Vince strives to produce edgier content to further capitalize on the feud between Pillman
The Angry Snowman.
Somehow they decided.
Heartbreak Kid Trent. What's going on? It's on Vice
But they
TV.
decided that it would be a wonderful thing if they did a remote from Brian Pillman's house in Cincinnati. We are live. Steve Austin came to find him and stage a home invasion on Monday Night Raw. Austin trying to get into the house.
Yeah, they went too far with this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Soft.
Especially
Soft. I've seen worse stuff in a TV show, which is exactly what WWE is.
Grilling turned up. Hell, man. If you just
How many
casually-
kidnappings have you seen on a PG TV show? Tons. Raw was like PG-13 back then, or wherever the hell it was, or 17, whatever the hell it was. You guys are crying because they pulled a gun out. Oh my! Oh, we can set a guy on fire, but don't bring out a gun. Oh.
Yeah, he had a gun too. It was a pretty crazy segment.
Oh shit! And there's melon in there just shrieking.
About time I took the show over, don't you think, folks? Now we got that bum out of here. It's now the Sheriff Doge hour. Now I can finally talk freely without this guy. Oh, he's back. Never mind. He's back. I mean, yay, everyone, rejoice. Woo!
What's up, Jeff Samuel?
The reaction was pretty negative. I mean, it was pretty dark. I didn't like it. I didn't like the idea about using a gun. It seemed going really extreme, but that's the direction wrestling went.
Yeah, I didn't like that either.
I don't know whose idea it was and how much input he had on the team that really told me that. But he was absolutely really into. They had to apologize for it the next week because the gun thing, Vince had to actually go and tell us, apologize for that angle because it got so much negativity. And on behalf of
that was a bad idea.
His WWE run sucked too. Injured all the time, then he died. The end.
Yeah.
Like, who was this big match against? Like fucking Goldust or something?
Yeah, at Ground Zero.
Recovering from the car wreck. Pillman is temporarily.
Yeah, I'm gonna come through all your once it come to the change. Tell them like it is. And hey, if the judges don't like it, you're gonna get fired. Not me. I'm Brian Pillman. I'm just a people. He looked at me and announced something. It was less than something man. I think I said, look,
Some of mine smiles.
you didn't want to hear that.
What's up, my ninja mod? We're just playing some Fortnite.
Tombstone.
Just got shot with a shotgun.
He's working match, but there's a lot of pain. Even though he was able to sometimes have decent matches, just because he was smart enough to know how to fall into space, do things that were dangerous in a different way, not hurt the body parts that were hurt. It was really sad to watch. He wasn't the same.
Buy a Gilbert picture.
Well, you should about the pain he was doing. Because he was doing things that he couldn't have done. He made it through because he say, "Oh, I'm good. I'm fine." He wasn't fine.
Consistently performing well beyond what his body can handle. Brian's
So,
dependency on
Pillman started wrestling,
and the pressure to provide
but he
for his
started
family is pushing him
experiencing more pain in the ring. And then he's taking pills.
Always an excuse. Always blaming someone else for your own mental weaknesses. All these people I see out here doing drugs and whatnot, it's because you're a weak person. That's why.
Yeah, exactly.
Real winners don't use drugs. Makes me sick to my stomach.
Hey, Rod Smiles, what's going on?
What's up?
How you feeling? When you smile, the world smiles with you. What's going on?
Yeah, I know. Everyone's always against me. I know. A lot of people are against me on the chat.
When you smile, the world throws a paper bag on your head.
What's going on?
Nothing that much. You?
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah. You watching Dark Side of the Ring?
Wait, it's on? I just finished watching Impact.
Oh yeah, Dark Side.
Probably more exciting than this. This episode sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just watching Impact. Moose won. The Gallows won. Yep.
Oh, cool. That's awesome.
Everyone got their Bellator bets in for tomorrow. Huh? Everyone bought their Dogecoin for Saturday night yet? You guys got your Dogecoins ready?
Yeah, Saturday it's gonna go through the roof.
Let me in, rude.
I picked up
Moxley
a
wants to
few
be in.
Dogecoins today.
What's up, ATF Media?
Oh, hello there.
Wow, what is this nerdy shit?
The fire risers.
Oh, God, you scared me, bro. What are you doing with that mask?
Now is not the time for fear, Doctor. That comes later.
You watching the show, The Dark Side of the Ring?
Yes. I like Ronnie Garvin.
Rubbish, Ronnie Garbage?
Hands of Stone.
Hands of Stone, Ronnie Garvin.
Which episode you looking forward to the most? In Dark Side of the Ring, season 2.
The Gilbert retrospective.
The one where Batman dies.
Yeah, that's good. That's awesome.
Hold up. Batman is not dark. Is he? And Dark Side, that'll be crazy.
I'd say I wonder what the season finale is going to be.
Gilbert.
Is it Gilbert?
Yeah, Gilbert.
The guy who played Gilbert is dead.
Oh, Dwayne Gill?
Did you kill him?
Yes.
I don't know if that's true because I think he saw it recently.
Gilbert's alive and well.
He did a
I
cameo
heard it on the Jim Cornette podcast.
You heard it on really?
Yes.
How recent is that?
About 2 months ago.
I don't think it's true because he did a cameo. The Sheriff Doge very recently, actually.
Maybe it was his ghost.
That was an impersonator of the impersonator.
Impersonator. It looked just like him. Yeah,
Gilbert, roll eyes and everything.
He signed an autograph too. I'm pretty sure it was him.
I would think that Ahmed's camera is frozen, but his ceiling fan is still spinning.
That's the fan, to be honest.
That's the fan, yeah. All right, AT. I'll see you guys at next commercial break.
All right.
Oh, you should have left Ain on here. He was entertaining.
Bane? Leave Bane on here? We'll bring back Bane. We'll bring him back next commercial break.
I've talked to guys in WWF. They would tell me how he couldn't get through here. You know what I mean? Couldn't walk here. It's like he did not walk here.
I've seen a guy walking around with his suitcase. He wasn't moving so well. But Brian is one of those guys, like man's man. You just figured, run this, Brian got it. Brian felt it. You know, I could have seen the writing on the wall, but because of the regard that I held him in, thought it would be just fine.
When you have wrestlers that are missing shows,
Killed two people in Fortnite.
when they get there, then you know you've got
Smoking, co-hosting at the same time.
what obvious Brian. And how were you able to tell where the loose cannon ended and the real person began?
It's called when he stopped hanging out with you bums and went home for the night.
He was definitely like knocking out at the wheel. He was definitely having issues. He acted as though he wasn't going to be around much longer. He used to say things like, if anything happens to me, make sure you go back to Atlanta. Don't stay up here if you're not comfortable here. And
So you get some Doge coins.
kids have a father. I'm like, why would you say something like that? And then the next day, he wrecked the rental farm.
I had become a bit estranged from him because he was. And one time he came to my house and he had a big welt. You could see the hole
was like a, you know, the syringe. It was a horse needle syringe that went in. It was growth hormone or something.
Growth hormone.
He was like, he kept repeating himself. I said, this is it. I'll give you to 10. Get out of my house. My kids are upstairs sleeping. Don't ever come here. This. Well, yeah, but I gotta do that. I gotta.
Bill talking his bill collector.
We get it. Right now.
He was
did.
He was on drugs. He wasn't. That wasn't a growth hormone. That was drugs to make him talk like that.
Becoming a bigger issue, and I needed to intervene. And it was going to be tough because he was not going to appreciate that intervention.
So he was taking shots. He was,
I said, you know, I'm going to have a drug tester there tonight.
Was he on heroin?
Heroin, yeah.
And I said, make sure it gets done. He felt like I betrayed him.
What a good career choice. I'm going to do heroin. That won't be a problem. Do cocaine. Smoke some weed. You'll be okay.
Always had my back. You were always there for me. And now this. I said, Brian, I'm trying to save your life. That's all I'm trying to do.
And Brian just called me up. Hey, Chip Ross, why is he singling me out? You know how many guys in this company are doing drugs? They go, they're not going to find anything on me. Nothing but my prescription pain pills. They're not going to find any illegal drugs in me. And in fact, you know, the only thing that they found in him was prescription pain drugs and steroids, which, you know, and extent, you know, I don't know if that really counts.
Everybody on steroids.
Steroids. I mean, he wasn't even that big.
I had to leave from it out bad.
Matt's on steroids. We all know.
I needed to convince him that he's so talented.
He says
that he was going to be a star in other areas of pro wrestling.
Scott Hall, definitely. Roy, they should do an episode for Scott Hall.
At the Kiel Center in St. Louis, Missouri.
It's going to be a wrestling universe in June. Oh, okay.
There's a nice gun right here.
For talent, pay-per-views, free, Mr. Flight, traffic, whatever. But by 5 o'clock, everybody's accounted for except Brian. And that was egregiously late to be for a pay-per-view. So Bruce Pritchard asked me, I'm in talent relations. He said, call, try to find where he, you know, where he might be. Call the hotel where he's staying.
Dark side of the ring. Why Gilbert wasn't the WWF champion. That's what they need to do.
Yeah.
I said, with the World Wrestling Federation, we're looking for one of our wrestlers. He said there last night, Brian Pillman. Can you tell me what time he checked out? And the guy said, hold on a second. And he put me on hold. Okay. I guess he's checking his records. And he says, sir? I said, yeah. He said, Mr. Pillman's dead.
Whoa.
And the first flash that I had, what is Brian doing now? I said, is this a rib? And the guy said, no, the police are here now. I said, okay.
Wow.
So I told one of the production assistants, I said, go get Bruce. And he said, oh, Bruce.
So Jim was the first one to hear about it. Convenient. Fits along nicely with my Jim Cornette killed Brian Pillman theory.
Oh, wow.
I hear that.
Wow, look at that.
Right now, 23 years later, I hear that news.
Jeez, that really ties in with it. Jeez. He was the first one. I don't know if he was supposed to face a bad blood, but he beat Goldust over the edge.
Face Goldust again. Rory will let us know.
Maybe he was supposed to fight Goldust again. Yeah, I'm not sure. What we got here?
Title to somebody.
ATF Media, welcome back. You guys here? Welcome back. Oh, welcome back.
Shit, I had to put the mask back on.
Okay, yeah.
4 against 1. 4 against 1, folks. 5 people left in the game. We're gonna get it done.
What did you see that? I mean, Brian Pillman, I mean, he was taking growth hormone and forget it, it's crazy.
The growth hormones worked only on his perm.
Yeah, I mean that's crazy. I mean, too bad he was staying in the hotel room. I mean, horrible. But
Yeah.
I wonder if there's something else there. Hey, Ahmad, welcome back, Ahmad.
Two? No.
King
I'm not
Omaku,
talking
welcome
about
back.
him. Yeah, I do, but I'm not talking with them.
Now I'm finally getting very disrespectful.
But
Okay, time to watch the Buster. I lost him.
Get a napkin, baby, and then you go choose one.
We're gonna do
hey.
tomorrow for SmackDown. We do wrestling trivia. ATF. I hope you can stop by tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, that's Bob called me pistachio.
Were you speaking to me? I have limited hearing with this shit on.
Oh, yes, ATF. Yeah, if you stop by tomorrow, we do wrestling trivia during SmackDown, Raw, and AEW on Wednesday.
Maybe call Batman. I haven't watched wrestling in 25 years.
Really? Oh, wow. That's amazing. World premiere. What's world premiere?
Attention. It is I.
Oh. Hello there.
Now, me and Michael had our differences, but he's my favorite out of anyone in the stream. So I've decided to make a song just about him, only about him. Okay? So hold your applauses and
There you
hear
go.
my
You
song.
see that? That's how you do it, Matt.
Hold your applauses, okay?
Good
Hold
game.
your
Good game.
Hold your applause.
Yeah, hold your applause, you motherfucker. Hold your applause.
Hold your
All right, I'll see you guys next week.
I will.
What? No,
I'll see you guys next commercial break.
In his hotel room in Bloomington, he was 35 years old.
It's hard for me to still think about that.
That's how we do it.
Yep.
Playing Fortnite games, watching terrible TV shows. What could be better, folks?
It almost didn't register with me because I'm like, man, Brian, man, because you couldn't die. If you did that, this force field of energy that you was, I thought could never be stopped. I honestly thought that.
State police showed up.
That's horrible.
They tell me that my husband was.
They say he choked on some keto ice cream the night before and died.
Keto ice cream?
That's what I heard. That's the other conspiracy theory I'm going to make up, Matt, just to ruin this channel. Just to ruin it.
Like Shirley coming back. Like I didn't even know what the thing. I didn't even cry like that. And I just remember like my families, we're all sitting on the bed, like hugging each other. And crying. Where's the camera? They gotta be around somewhere. I'll play the song where you know we're all just hugging, then we're sad, but then like reality set in. I'm like, oh shit, he's really not the phone. Holy crap.
We were all scared, Rory. We were all scared.
You know what? He went to work that day. He decided to stay. The next night on Monday Night Raw, the news of Brian's death is broadcast live.
Tasteless. Tasteless. This fucking Monday Night Raw.
I'm dead.
Yep.
In a hotel room in Bloomington, Minnesota. I remember when we told the bell 2 times. That was when I got emotional. I remember very emotional. He's gone. He's gone.
And then I remember talking to, I think, Jim Ross. I said, hand the phone to Owen. And then Owen says, I don't know what happened. then Vince got on the phone and he says, "Do you want to, talk on camera?" And then I just thought, well, you know what? With Brian, the show must go on.
Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, in suburban Cincinnati, wife of Brian Pillman, Melanie Pillman. Melanie, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
I didn't say Vince, please don't ask me about drugs or anything like that, because I do not exactly know why he died yet.
Brian, because of his injuries, has had to take a great deal of prescribed medicine.
And that first thing he does is start talking about pain pills. And then I'm like, I swear it's all right. I feel like a really funny face. And I'm that's the only clear part of that. Yeah. Thank you. Wish his mother was standing here so I could smack him. Because he swore he wouldn't say anything like leading down that direction until the death certificate came out.
I think all athletes to a degree experience the reliance on pain medicine. I knew it was just a matter of time before it happened to someone. Unfortunately, it was my fault. And I just wanted everyone to know that I needed to wake up call some of you because it could be your husband next or
Yeah, so
you don't want to leave behind
the whole business,
like my husband did.
I absolutely despise the grieving widow interview. I didn't like it on a wrestling program. I was uncomfortable with it. I didn't know why she had to go out there and have to answer these questions that were obviously meant to elicit tears and etc.
He's right here, though.
They were good television. I thought he should have sent her a check for $100,000 and kept her ass off TV. Is what I thought. Have you had any opportunity to think about what you now as a single parent will do to support your 5 children?
Queen of the Ring.
Since I don't really know what.
Oh, she's also streaming during this episode? I didn't know.
I don't know. No, we don't.
Yeah, and everybody's like, "Oh, that was so horrible what you did to her." I barely
Shows not everyone has been exercising during COVID.
Very Queen of the Ring.
I hate it. I didn't want to live, regurgitate this back to Papa Ray. And to me, that's what it's all about.
Yep. Ratings. All right, we're back on commercial break. Let's see. What do we have here?
I just got an email. The bookies. Oh, they sent me a thing saying, $100 to a $1,000 match. Oh, they'll give you a free play. Oh, but they'll also guarantee it that if you do that free play and it loses, they'll give it back to you to try again. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Oh, man. Welcome, Elvis.
Hello there again.
We lost Jody.
Roy, what's up?
Yeah, I mean, Dark Side of the Ring season premiere.
Yeah.
I mean, Raw was totally different back then. I mean, the Attitude Era and all that. I mean, it's definitely changed a lot since then.
What?
There's a lot of echoing going around right here. I don't appreciate that very much. Thank you very much.
I want to go when this whole thing's over.
Right, I hear a lot of echoing too.
California, LA.
Bain, South Coho. All right, Sheriff Joe.
Say some celebrity.
What else we got here? We got
Finally, I'm back. Oh, this is
Moxley world premiere. What's up, guys?
Monday, March 7th.
Hey, Johnny Boots, what's
There
going
are 6
Johnny
on?
people
Boots.
on
Hello,
camera
Johnny
and only
Boots.
5 people in the room. That math doesn't make sense.
Johnny Boots.
Johnny Boots, why don't you pop on and say hello to everybody?
It is some terrible audio, isn't it, Sheriff?
Perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man.
Perhaps he's wondering why someone would shoot a man.
What matters is our plan.
What matters is our plan.
Hey, that's trademarked, asshole. Don't use my material.
Oh, it's mine. Thank you very much.
It's my material, governor.
It's my material, Governor. Now I shall break you.
Oh wow, like Bane from Batman. Wow.
Yeah, that's a cool mask.
Yes, work is slow during COVID.
Oh wow, wow! You actually do that with the mask. That's awesome.
Hold up, yo.
Nobody cared about me until I put on a mask.
That's incredible. That's so cool.
Wait. Mom,
Everybody
Before I put
about to die.
like yeah, like Batman from Batman. Really
I'm
cool.
as gay as mom.
Where are they?
Excuse me. Did you just say days? I'm a lot of fan of days and
No, I
wrestling.
said you
We're
gay.
back.
You're gay. I said you're gay.
All right, guys. Let's see you guys. Let's see you guys next commercial break.
Does everyone like my new haircut?
Oh, look, nice haircut. Nice hair, Ahmad. All right, we're back. We're back. Great to see you. Great to see you guys. Great to have you guys on the stream.
And what was the official cause of death?
Heart disease. And see, my father died of a massive heart attack at 50.
Heart disease. So it wasn't drugs. I mean, I'm sure it played a
We got there early.
part in it, but
Because it was supposed to be.
it wasn't exactly drugs
And when
entirely.
we walked in, there was a camera crew there. And I walked up to them.
I'm at the condo.
They said, well, Melanie said,
Oh, yeah, Dolores.
sister, and I'm telling you, no, you can't. And they left.
Did any wrestlers show up?
No.
I don't see your joke, Dolores. If you want to retype it, Dolores.
They had an open casket, and I knew them. It's going to be really fun. There's the last time. That's the last time I was lying in a casket. And that was just gut wrenching. Absolutely.
Yeah, Poppy's resting, and Lady Elaine, she's chilling out. We're watching the show, Dark Side of the
This
Ring.
should be a part of my pro wrestling career. This should be a part of my journey in this crazy business. And we should be burying a guy that's this young. You know, it's a young family. At the very end, everyone's gone except for, a couple family members. And the little girls.
Definitely Andrew.
They're not like mine. They're still kids. We gotta say goodbye to Daddy and then we'll run to the casket. Right.
Oh, okay, Dolores. Yeah, apartment.
And I think
Rory,
for me,
yeah.
I was just in complete shock. I just, I couldn't put it all together. I just couldn't believe it because, like, I lost my mom and now my dad, and I was just a little girl.
Going through the motions of telling why I had soul. I just felt like I didn't know what to do. Right now, like this is the same day. I mean, I can bring myself back to that same pain in my heart. If I let go too long, which I'm just gonna stop.
it's such an impact, such an influence on so many people's lives. It had to hurt everybody to see, had to hurt everybody to lose it. But the person who hurt the most was Melanie, was my mother. She dealt with losing what was ultimately the love of her life. After Brian is laid to rest, his children are jolted into their new reality.
I never really had a problem with Melanie until my father passed, and then, you know, like her true character revealed itself.
That's why I was out of control. I wasn't the best mother in the world. I always loved my kids.
Up until this day, Melanie receives royalties from my father's legacy, which I have seen 0 cents.
Oh yeah, they said I was a
She receives royalties. Wow.
and all the money that we got nothing. Crazy stuff.
You did.
We stayed at my dad's house for a while, and then things got really bad. And, you know, running water would be turned off all the time, electric would be turned off. It's crazy how you go from having a silver platter growing up to not even knowing when your next meal is going to be.
It took a downward spiral. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It got worse and worse.
Yeah, I can see that.
Depressed a lot, sleeping a lot, drinking too much. Brian found me on passed out one time and I almost died of alcohol poisoning. It was like 12.
Royalties for every time, I guess, he's shown in different segments, I would assume.
When my mother remarried and my stepfather came to the picture, there was a lot of drug abuse on the side of them, and there was a lot of neglect. My stepfather was very physically abusive with my sister and myself. I would be grounded to my room. Oh, you're grounded for the next 6 months. You know, I better not see you out of your room. He had dogs more or less trained to abuse me as well. If I was grounded, like these dogs would make sure I was kept in my room. They would bark at me and they would bite me and they would physically keep me in my room because of how I was verbally and physically abused by my stepdad. Like these dogs were adopted. That mentality of like attacking me. And then I was just so abused that my developing socially was very hard for me. And that's how you know, like nobody took me out to throw a baseball with me, you know, like nobody took me out to throw a football, you know. So I went to school, I didn't know how to play sports, you know. I wasn't very athletic, you know, so I couldn't catch a football, couldn't throw a baseball.
Really, Dolores? Oh, I'm sorry. I mean, what can you do?
I had a GameCube, but eventually he caught on to that. Except that we kept on that shit. He unplugged it, you know, throw it against the wall. It's like everything I ever latched on to was taken from it. It was hard. It was hard. Brian Jr. and Brittany grow up with Melanie. Danielle lives with her mother. As the siblings drift apart, their Aunt Linda takes action.
At least once or twice a month, I would get them together, and so they didn't lose contact with each other.
She is literally everything. I swear, I think that she is a true angel. I don't have a mom, but she's the closest thing I have to as a mom. I can call her at any time. I mean, she took me in, you know, she bought this house so we could have a home and a family. And I don't know what I would do without her. I really don't.
They'd all come to my house. There's a spider in the bathtub upstairs. I don't kill anything. You know, I always take them outside when I find them. Brian has a deadly fear of spiders. And there's one that I saw this morning. I thought, oh, I'll get that later. I didn't think he'd go through the bathroom.
I love her to death. She's helped the kids a lot. And I just want them to forget. But do I know if they will or not? I don't.
Brian Pillman lives on in the hearts and minds of his family, but his legacy would return to the ring in a way no one could anticipate.
That's good. What was it?
Hey, it's Krishna on the Bolu. On Vice News tonight, we hit the wrestling mat with one of the GOATs, Rob Van Dam, to talk pot. It may have cost him his championship, but now he's a weed advocate with no regrets.
Would you say that cannabis saved your life?
Probably a pretty good chance, actually.
Vice News tonight. Yes.
Rob Van Dam. Rob Van Dam.
Called him a goat.
Welcome back, everybody. What do you guys think about Rob Van Dam saying we saved
Hey,
his
it's
life?
me, the Bane.
FC KFC. Speak some English, please. Speak English here, please.
What do you guys think about that? Rob Van Dam saying we saved his life.
Well, he's not in WWE, so I guess that's okay. I just want to see some Katie Forbes.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like RVD had his time. It's time now to
Yes.
work.
Yes, I have a philosophy.
Welcome back, Ahmad.
Thank you. Are you saying the home of whatever thing stuff about me? Is he messing with me?
Who wants macaroni from Michael? Huh? Does anybody want
I'm not
macaroni?
for American.
Yeah, Dogecoin is really it's gonna soar this weekend. I don't know what it's gonna go to. It's gonna soar.
Well, I hope so, because it's done dropped down. Right now it's at 53 cents. So I mean, if y'all want to buy in, now's a good time to buy in, because it was staying at 60 for a while. Now you have a chance. You have a better chance of buying in right now than you did yesterday.
53 cents. It's gonna go sky up. But it's gonna crash again.
It's struggling at this 53 too. It's going to hit that. It's going to go back down to 52, possibly 51. It's already had.
I don't want to hear any babies crying. That's why I pull out.
That's why I'm a
I love baby mamas.
Yeah.
Macaroni. Oh, my good DVD. Look, I went to lunch.
Homage gay.
Sorry, Kenny. Hold on a second, Kenny. Bill Romanowski, what's going on?
I have been blocked. Woohoo.
Yeah, Kenny's been blocked by accident. So, can any moderator undo that, Kenny? I pressed the wrong button. Sorry,
And I have
Kenny.
lost my moderator. Woohoo.
Jeez. Yeah, this app is a little bit different for me, the StreamYard or the sorry about that. This is Kenny, okay. It's your second account?
No, that's just my account, my normal account.
It's your normal account. Okay, I'll unblock it if you guys can't do it. You got it?
Please, Matt, that's the fake Dolores. Will you please go ahead and block the fake Dolores?
So, can I get my moderator back now?
Where's my mod at? Where's my mod? Mod. Give me mod, Mac. Give me mod.
That would be $494. Thank you very much. Please give me your mod.
Actually, I can't do it from here for some reason. I'll,
All right,
I'll,
cause
I'll
somebody
do,
called
I'll
me.
do a live
Moxley
stream
pulled
though.
up.
I mean, time me out. Somebody.
I'll see you guys next commercial break.
He's a guy that overcame a
Good.
lot of odds and totally kicked ass
Yeah.
in an industry of guys that were much larger than him.
You time Kenny out too, Sheriff Coach? Okay. I'm trying to unblock him. There was an accident on the thing there.
He knew the hand that he was in after the accident. Wasn't a damn thing you could do but to kill him. Figuratively, and I think eventually literally. Brian's death started a domino effect that forced people to recognize the severity issue, but put extra focus on the real cause of people dying to him, which is pills.
Pills, yeah.
The only hurdle he couldn't get across was the last one, and it was his own body that had betrayed him. The biggest legacy, though, unfortunately, is what would have been. Where
You're
he
in
would have
class,
gone,
yeah.
what heights he would have achieved, how much bigger and better he would have gotten.
He saw the end, but like he was so close to like really just like completely making it, you know, like in wrestling.
Would he have been, along with The Rock and Steve Austin and a few other guys, the biggest star in wrestling 5 years later?
Sure.
Probably.
Sure.
One of them.
It's funny, Johnny Boots.
Right now. Just been a relationship. My kids gonna be mad at me by the time I die. We'll see if that happens.
I guess I'm here. So if I got one parent left that I can go, oh, well, that's my mom. That's just the way she is, like, sure, I could live the rest of my life hating her, but where does that get me? Ever since I've rekindled my relationship with her, I've been happier in my personal life. I've been better in my relationships with women. I've been more understanding of people's plights and people's vices. I've been just a much more mature adult in general since I've buried the hatchet with my mother, so to speak. And in many ways, I'm very happy that I have a parent left on this earth to speak to and talk to.
I called him a time or two, and it was just lost contact. And then I reached out to Brian Jr. a couple years ago. I had one of Brian's own weight belts.
Out of nowhere, a sign from the wrestling gods comes in the form of a cell phone call from Stone Cold Steve Austin to tell me that he has a Cardillo weightlifting belt that belonged to my father. He wants to mail it to me, give it to me. And I'm like, you know what? That's a sign. That's a sign. Following in his father's footsteps, Brian Pillman Jr. decides to become a professional wrestler.
When he first said he was going to wrestle, like, it struck terror in my heart. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to practice.
Riding the wave.
His kids won't get the attention. He's going to travel all the time. He's not going to be. And then I saw him perform. And I saw the look on his face when he knew that he created homage to his dad. And I realized this is it. This is what's supposed to happen.
We just woke up one day, he was going to be a wrestler, and I really laughed. I'm like, you, a wrestler? All you do is sit in your room and play video games. There's no way that you're going to be a wrestler. And it was just crazy. Like, he was determined, and he quit his job.
Okay, well, cool.
Graduated college, and he was just going to do it. And I was very hesitant at first just because of everything my dad went through, and I didn't want my brother involved in that same lifestyle. So I was scared.
I think he'd be proud of him. His son wants to carry on the Pillman name. He wants to make his father proud of him. He wants to accomplish something on his own.
Got ATF media, yeah.
I think Brian would be into that.
Conrad Thompson.
I think that Brian Jr. is in it all by himself. He's got some people looking out for him. But I think Brian Sr. would a whole lot rather be there, keep an eye on him.
Great kid, looks like a dad. And I talked to him about this. There's a lot of great traits, Brian, that your dad had that I hope to God you can acquire. And then there are some not so much. You have to learn where you draw the line. Use his passion, use his intellect, use his athletic ability, use his love of the game.
So Daniel,
But then, don't get too far off the beaten path. Don't be a loose cannon, Brian Jr. Don't be a loose cannon. A lot of people tell you know, you think the guy wrestler. It's like, well, he kind of put his stamp of approval on me to be a wrestler. He made me cry himself. There's really no going back at this point. So, no, it's just tragic to know that we never got to have that ultimate father-son relationship. But in a way, it inspired me to.
Nice, Rory. That'd be awesome.
One day, you know. So I think that's my goal in all of this, through wrestling and everything, to be a father. That photo is very symbolic to me. You know? He's kind of holding me up, and I always look at it for inspiration. You know, so I hope that one day I would, you know, have a son like that, to kind of hold up as
yeah, Curry. Okay.
Like he's kind of giving me his blessing there. He contributed a whole lot to the wrestling business. He pushed the envelope. Loose Cannon gimmick is one of the best ones ever created. And Brent is one of the best friends that I had in the business. And I hope that it does the same about me. Love Brent.
Kenny by first round knockout, huh?
Yeah. An exclusive
Dark Side of Football. Jacob would love this show.
It's Thursday, May 13th at 10.
The Dark Side of Football.
During the season in St. Louis in 03,
Dark
I
Side of
started to
Football.
recognize all this radiating pain coming down the side of my leg. Telltale symptoms, as it turns out, of a back injury.
You got a bad back. Team doctor says fine, you can play, go ahead. And it turns out it's much worse than that.
After the season, they sent me a specialist. And I'm sitting in the waiting room, and there's a plaque on the wall. If you're experiencing hip pain, leg pain, you could have a herniated disc, you know? And I was like, I've just been lied to this whole season. They've just been shooting me up with cortisone in my hip to numb it so I wouldn't feel that pain the entire time.
He was misdiagnosed and was pissed off about it because this was his future. I mean, they were playing with the very thing that he loved to do. And you put your trust in a team and doctors, and when they get it wrong,
Next Tuesday, I don't think I'll be streaming next Tuesday. Yeah, I don't think I'll be streaming next Tuesday.
When you're dealing with a back injury, you're dealing with nerve damage.
Don't worry, stop by. Stop by on Monday. I'll wish you happy birthday.
Tired from study.
One day I just got out of
Yeah.
the shower and literally within like a week, my entire right leg just atrophied to nothing.
yeah, it was bad. It was
I was supposed to go to the Pro Bowl that offseason, and no, mid back surgery. You know, that didn't have to happen.
It was incredibly fortunate for him that he found out about it before his back exploded and he ended up in a wheelchair.
Charlie's off-season back surgery led to a grueling rehab. His back did not improve as hoped. Instead of a second surgery, Kyle opted for more rehab, which kept him on the sidelines for the Rams' 2004 season.
Who's Kyle, though? Who is this guy?
On one of the TV stations, they're like, well, where's Kyle Turley? What do you think about his return? And he made the offhand comment of, well, I don't know where Kyle Turley is. I don't know what he's doing. I think he just came here to take the money and run. Said that publicly.
That sent him over the top. Because it's one thing you can never question Kyle Turley about was his love for the game and his toughness to play the game.
I'm a guy who's been every down, every play, every practice, my entire career, all college, everything. I did everything to get back out there. For someone to say that was unbelievably offensive. I couldn't stand it. I went in to talk to him. I told him, you know what, you man, that's some bullshit. And you know the kind of player that I am. And you can, from now on, know that you and I are never going to be the same. I'm never going to be cordial to you ever again. Don't ever come talk to me again. Don't ever act like you're my buddy. I'll be back next year, and I'm going to get my job back. He's sitting there telling me, no, you're not. No, you're not. You're not going to do anything. I'm like, oh, yeah, well, we'll see about that. My contract's here, and I'm going to fight for it. You stay out of my way, and I'll stay out of yours.
Kyle goes out, went right back into one of the GM's offices and said, hey, this is what was said. This is how it went down. You know, I'm getting out of here. My dad calls me. He's at Best Buy.
Okay, Roy,
You know,
awesome, man.
big wall of TVs they have in the back.
Cool.
Dun, dun,
Thank you,
dun,
man.
dun, dun, dun. Well, Kyle Turley threatens the life of Graham's head coach, Mike Martz. Kyle didn't have time to get home.
Really,
And
ATF
Martz
Media?
had already
Wow,
called, NFL
that's a
security
lot of
or whoever
fours,
the heck it
man.
was, saying that Kyle would threaten his life.
Hey,
For a media stunt. Just
the Lone Dark Angel, welcome.
Realized that it was
Channel
absolutely
member.
nothing, and it was dropped immediately. But
Plastic tote. Yeah, it's a plastic tote. Yeah. How'd you know Sheriff knows? I don't have my my rig here, my camera rig here.
Dark Side of Football.
That's
New series
interesting.
is Thursday, May 13th at 10.
All right, guys. So I hope you all be safe and be well tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I have to head out, unfortunately, but I'll see you guys again tomorrow night for SmackDown. I hope you guys can tune in. And you're new, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell. The special guest decided he did not want to show up tonight. Would you like to say hello at least, Poppy? Yeah, I'll put you on the screen. Yeah, I'll put you on the screen. Yeah, all right. All right, here's a special guest, actually.
Hello, how you doing? Hello, hello.
No.
Hello, everybody have a nice night.
Hey, Poppy. You want to say hello, Lady Elaine?
Hi, how are you?
Lady Elaine.
How's it going? Enjoy yourselves.
She can tell the future. All right, guys, so have a great night. Be safe and be well. You make your grandpa sleep on the floor of your family room? He likes to do that. He wants to sleep there. Good night, Coach. Good night, everybody. Be safe and be well. Right, Poppy? Why don't you sleep in a regular bed? They want to ask, why don't you sleep in a regular bed?
Really?
Why don't you sleep on a regular bed? They see you sleeping on the floor. They see you sleeping on the floor. He usually sleeps on the floor, so this is actually a step up for him. So, good night, everybody. Good night, Ahmad. Good night, Kenny. Good night, Sheriff Doge. Good night, Rory too. Elvis, everybody. Good night, everybody. Be safe, be well, everybody. MATTROISE signing out.